Hello everyone, welcome back to a new play Xin Zhao every day until Zaahen is released on Wild Rift. We are now at day 28, and today we are up against a Vi. Vi has been the bane of my existence, I'll say. Whenever the enemy team picks Vi, I struggle a lot as Xin Zhao. Simply because Vi has a faster jungle clear than Xin Zhao, which makes it so that she always has level 4 or she's equal in terms of level or even higher level than me when I eventually go try to contest the scuttle. And Vi's kit overall is just a little stronger in the 1v1 against Xin Zhao. Every third hit she does is percentage health damage, while every third hit I do heals me for like a little bit for Xin Zhao. And she has also a massive shield when she uses her second ability. Xin Zhao has no other sustain otherwise. Xin Zhao has the wind becomes lightning for a big burst of damage. Otherwise, it's a pretty fair fight, which makes it more Vi's favor, simply because she does more damage and has more sustain. She has percentage health damage while I don't. And she has quite a bit of base armor. She's quite tanky as a bruiser. That's why this game is gonna be very, very rough. And I think overall, the enemy team has a far better team composition than us. Gwen is able to deal with maybe Renekton in the late game and Vi in the late game, but Gwen really needs to play it well. It's very difficult, especially against the high damage like Aurora, and the enemy team also has a Kai'Sa that can flank decently well. Here I try to go for an early gank because I know the scuttle is already taken, but unfortunately nothing is born out of it. And here I try to leave, only to see the Vi turn around the corner. I had no vision, and that's my mistake for just going that side. And I was hoping my teammate would be helpful here, but instead the Jhin went for a kill against the Galio, got traded, and now the Nautilus is gonna die as well. So a very, very bad start for us this time. Xin Zhao needs to get ahead early, and now I didn't get scuttle. I didn't get any kills from the gank. I didn't get even an assist, and the Vi got 2 kills and the scuttle crab, while our Gwen or our mid laner got the scuttle up top. So now I'm looking to try to gank this Renekton. I do hide in the bush a bit, and I see that the Renekton has fallen back, so probably he already saw me with one of the wards there. I do not have the sweeper yet, so since I'm already behind, there's not much I can do. I might as well just start clearing my jungle again, simply because I need items to be useful, and me just going in now against a Renekton, he can probably just ult and I won't be able to get any kills, and it'll just be time wasted again. So instead of trying to do anything, Gwen doesn't have enough CC, I just go for the jungle clear and slowly farm up. Because this is going to be a rough game. The enemy team has a far better team composition than us. They have Kai'Sa, they have Galio, they have a very defensive team comp, and they have some very good aggression as well. Renekton can do a double dash into your backline and just stun them. The Vi has a lot of forward momentum, and the Galio can follow up, or if you engage first, the Galio can also use his skill to disengage. Nearly got my Raptor stolen by the Aurora, and Ahri is trying to go for a kill, and I really wanted to get the Aurora. Unfortunately, she ulted away, flashed away, and then the global ultimate from Galio just completely destroyed me. So this is definitely like a team composition diff right here. We don't have much. We don't have much damage. Gwen has a bit of damage, but she needs to stack it up, and also she needs to scale. I have some decent damage in the early game, but it's not enough compared to like Renekton, Vi. Ahri has decent damage, but it's burst damage. Jhin has small burst damage, and Nautilus does have like a point and kick ultimate and can root someone, but he's also confined by his melee range and hitting his hooks. So, but while the enemy team has a lot of like point and click stuff, Vi's ult is point and click, Galio is point and click, Renekton is targeted with his stun, Aurora has a large AoE ultimate that hits a lot of things and gives her a lot of mobility and survivability, and we don't have any really champions apart from Nautilus and I to lock people down, and I need to use my third part of the my first ability to knock people up, which is very difficult with how elusive Renekton, Aurora both are. Kaisa even, she can use her ultimate. And here I see that the Gwen is in trouble, but by the time I can get to her, it's already a little too late. I use my ultimate to knock back the Vi, and I'm actually managed to kill her right here and get a massive shutdown. I was hoping I could also kill the Renekton, but I miscalculated and he got his stun back up, and he was able to stun me right before I could completely destroy him with my auto attacks. Still, a $700 shutdown is a very good way to get back into the game. And since I'm so far behind already, there's no point in getting tank boots at the moment. I just need to get damage boots to do as much damage as possible so that hopefully my teammates will be able to pick up the slack from there. Still, I'm looking to buy Thunder Sky next because that should be my priority. I should be prioritizing killing maybe Aurora or Kaisa, maybe Renekton, and just leave dealing with Galio if he's building tank, and Vi to the Gwen, who is able to do a lot of true damage and percentage health damage. So here I try to drag the Rift Herald out since the Renekton placed the ward over there, and after that I just decided I'll just end it, take down the ward so that the Vi won't be going for any sort of steal. She's immediately going to my Raptors, which is a very good play, but she's gonna get punished because my Nautilus was already there, and my Ahri also get a charm off. So it's just a free kill for us. Definitely a bit of overconfidence and over-aggression from the Vi's part. And now I'm able to also get first turret over here simply because we have Rift Herald. And I use my Audacious Charge on the minion just so that I can get the attack speed to kill the turret faster, and because of that I won't be able to chase down the Aurora. However, I did see that there was a fight down at the bot lane, and the Nautilus actually got the enemy team very low, even killing a Kaisa on his own. So now I'm trying to see if I can get the Galio as well. He managed to get me under tower and do a lot of damage to me with the CC. So I definitely greeded there. I probably should have ulted early to knock him back before hitting him with Wind Becomes Lightning and then Audacious Charge. And once again, an extremely aggressive play from the Vi and no response from my team. I'm just paying to the Jhin saying like, dude, fall back, hello? And he did not do so, and that's nearly cost him his life. He managed to root the Vi under the tower, and Nautilus just completely bodyguarded this Jhin. So huge plays from my Nautilus's part, and some lack of situational awareness from my Jhin overall. He's very low HP. He should probably either get the honey fruit or base. Even not getting the honey fruit, he should still base. He's very low HP. But one of my jungle was already stolen, and Vi is incredibly ahead. So I need to just catch up on farm as much as I can. I am getting trying my best to do so right now, getting the red buff, and then I'm pathing towards the scuttle because I need every inch of advantage I can get. So now I'm able to get my Sundered Sky, and I probably will do so. And yeah, I think I'm getting a bit of a PTSD from the Vi. He's been like dashing around the corner so much that I just decided I'm gonna base at a very safe spot. It's not worth taking the risk anymore since she just has so much forward mobility and I'm not very tanky. So this game, I am definitely not a win condition. Instead, I think the win condition would lie on Ahri and Gwen. But our Nautilus is actually smurfing it quite hard. He's been doing a lot of damage and a lot of good CC. And right here I see that he's once again in a fight, nearly getting on the hook, but I'm here to support in case he got it. Now I'm going back to clearing my Raptors and just ensure that my laners have some decent safety while I'm roaming around the map, showing my presence everywhere so that the enemies don't just engage. I saw Vi pathing up, that's why I'm seeing like, hey, is the jungle up? Is there anything I can steal back? Not much, but at least there's a control ward, so that's $30 and a little bit of XP. I see the Kaisa, and now I know where the enemy team are kind of residing, but no reason to stay in the enemy team jungle. We have no vision, and we have no towers, so that's not a lot of wiggle room for me, and so no point to stay, no point to fight. But my teammates didn't get that memo, and they began fighting at the upper river. Gwen was able to shut down the Renekton. She has already gotten the first 2 items, I believe. So yeah, oh wow, she's extremely behind. But I think she scaled enough to a point where her first and third ability are maxed out. So she's able to do quite a bit of damage, and the Renekton probably got hit by the true damage part of the first ability, Snip Snip. So that's how they managed to get quite a few kills. And I'm sure Nautilus got quite some good auto attacks and hooks off. He's been definitely smurfing it this game. I think the only reason why the bot lane has not trumbled is all because of him. This Jhin has not displayed extremely well versatility, situational awareness thus far. So I decided I wanted to base here because I don't think getting the dragon is possible, but since my whole team is here, I decided I'm gonna help as well. Hitting the wind becomes lightning, immediately delete the aurora off the map, especially because the Nautilus has such a great engage for us. So now we have 2 kills in our bag and we're able to just get this dragon for free. Gwen is immediately rotating to stop the Renekton from the split push, which is amazing to see, and our team has to group together to try to stop this Vi. She sees us coming, so she immediately falls back, and now we can just slowly go back to farming since the Baron Nashor is coming soon. Well, he's already here now, and now I'm pathing to clear my jungle first, and our Nautilus once again actually kind of roams around a little bit to get some vision, which is amazing to see. So I definitely need my items right now. I really need Steric's Gauge just for that extra survivability, so that the Baron fight will be in our favor. Here, I was just gonna take the wave, but then the Kai'Sa walked into melee range of me, and she doesn't win that. She's 2 levels behind. I barely survived because she's pretty fed, but I have level advantage, and also Xin Zhao has just enough sustain. However, I definitely did not see the enemy kind of hovering around my jungle there. I saw Galio on the mini-map, but I didn't during the game. So I was lucky that I didn't get killed there. Still, with that kill, I managed to get Steric's Gauge, and I think this is the perfect angle to do Baron. But Jhin is just like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just taking the turret, and now the enemy teams are respawning, and we have no longer a Baron angle. So they could have just started the Baron without me, and then we would have been able to get a Baron, and our whole team would have respawned. Literally, it would have been the perfect scenario where all of us would have the Baron Nashor buff grouping together. Instead, we got 1 turret. So it's just extremely questionable macro right now by our Jhin, and it sucks because he's he's the ADC. He has a lot of damage. And our Nautilus continues to stand in the front line without overextending. It's honestly a piece of art what he's doing. The enemy Galio is showing, and he definitely got hit by the Nautilus hook, and our Ahri is trying to get the kill. I didn't go support because there's not really a point. It's very dangerous. But then the Vi decided to come after me instead, along with the Aurora. So I need to fall back and just make sure that I don't use my ultimate too early. Now that I have a support from my Jhin, I decided this is a good angle to engage. So I go for the Vi first, since I believe Jhin can outdamage the Aurora. Instead, he couldn't. And here, I'm very lucky that the Sundered Sky actually came back up after 7 seconds with Vi. So my dash in, Audacious Charge, healed me a lot because I had so much missing health. And the Vi was caught off guard with that crit damage, and Jhin was able to finish him off. So, huge luck on my side, honestly. The Jhin couldn't pick up the Aurora, but she died eventually as well. So I pinged, let's go for the Baron Nashor. And now, Ahri and Jhin are both sharing the terrible macro. I don't know what the fuck they're still doing there. They can't get the inhibitor. Instead, now the Renekton is just getting the Jhin for free. And the only ones doing the Baron Nashor is me and the Gwen. And we do it extremely slowly. The Gwen can do it pretty fast, sure, but it would be a lot faster if the Ahri or the Jhin is also here. Ahri should be roaming around doing some crowd control. Instead, we have to flip this Baron, and I'm unable to save the Gwen, and I'm already put into my lifeline. Now, every one of the enemy team is here simply because of the horrible macro from our Jhin and our Ahri. Instead of getting the Baron, they just stayed at mid lane for no reason. There was nothing there. The turret was already down. They were at the inhibitor, and you can't really push the inhibitor alone when the enemy teams are respawning. There's at least two of them around their base. So horrible macro from my mid laner and on my dragon laner, and now we are put in deficit. We are losing towers while we have Baron Nashor. So the only one that really did the call, which is the Nautilus pinging them, saying like, go fucking do the Baron, and the only one that stayed with me is the Gwen. This is a complete throw from my Jhin and my Ahri. It's honestly horrible. And now I'm losing my jungle because of it. We have no more towers, so less vision. That means the enemy is free to just roam around in my jungle, and I won't be able to get this dragon either. It's fine, it's not soul, but yeah, it's just, it would have been nice to not give it to them for free. And here Aurora misstepped and nearly got killed by me. If I hit my Wind Becomes Lightning, this might be a very good pick and we might be able to do something with it. However, Jhin managed to use his ultimate to finally get the Aurora, and here I can also take the dragon away from the enemy team. Money is money. $80 is $80. $80 times 5, that's $400 for the team. So it's definitely very, very good. And I wanted to just, I feel like there's an angle here. So I decided to go in after, even though there's no blue buff there anymore. And here I try to save the Ahri. She managed to flash and dash away. But then the Kai'Sa was able to follow up with her ultimate. Now I'm playing a little safer because I'm not sure if we win this fight. And eventually I have to fall back. Unfortunately, I have to give up on my Nautilus because we just do not have enough damage. So that was definitely a bit of a misplay from my part because I engaged into the Blue Sentinel. My teammates decided to follow me, and that actually cost their lives. So now it's just a hard reset. There's no objective spawning soon. We managed to get the dragon. We didn't get any more towers, which is unfortunate, but I definitely misplayed there. And yeah, so right now I need to defend the towers because my teammates are all dead. And this Renekton he's ahead. He's very ahead. But if I use all my skills on him while he used all his skills in the tower, he probably won't be able to beat me. So I decided I'm just gonna finish him off, get the shutdown, $800. And although I couldn't get the protect the tower, I do manage to get a lot of money. And I am going for anti-shield this game because there is the Vi and also Galio. So Galio's ultimate gives him gives his team a big shield. Even though it's a magic shield, it's still good because my teammate has a Gwen and an Ahri, and the Nautilus also does AP damage. So if I can reduce the shield amount for both Vi and the Galio, it lowers the enemy team sustain a lot. This allows us to kill them a lot faster because in an extended battle, I believe we don't have an advantage, simply because Vi's reset is a lot better. I have to fight here because the Baron Nashor is spawning soon, and we actually get a very good angle. We got the Renekton and, well, we got the Kai'Sa. The Renekton was killed previously, and now we have an advantage. So we just need to push the lane out, and then we can look for the Baron Nashor. Nautilus is still pressuring the Galio since he's looking for an ult angle or something, and I'm just looking to steal their jungle a little bit. Renekton is kind of hiding over here. I do not have to dash in. I do not want to dash in. Instead, I think that we should have just backed off and started doing Baron since their ADC is currently down. But my teammates all decided to stay mid lane once again, and so we die once again. Ahri just died to the Renekton, and I have to first protect the backline, so I have to deal with the Renekton first. Next on the list is the Galio that's tanky, and then Aurora gets killed. Now we can push up the lane, and that's 4 people dead. Now I'm pinging, please, let's just do Baron. Because right now the enemy team only has their jungler and their ADC, which is a huge problem, by the way. Still, I'm confident in our ability to do it quickly, so this is our only hope. This is a little bit of a flip, simply because the enemy team has such the ADC and the Vi, and here I managed to focus on smiting, and I did get it at the end, but I didn't manage to stone plates because since all my attention was placed on smiting correctly. Unfortunately, the Kai'Sa is just way too fed, and our ADC is completely fucking useless. So yeah, Kai'Sa just completely killed all of us, and yeah, I managed to, at least we get the Baron. So I didn't get the early game well. It's completely my fault. But then our Ahri is running Malignance with Luden's Echo, which is, I think, a little too much, honestly. But the Kai'Sa is just running us down right now with her on hit build. The Kraken Slayer build is actually not bad. If you manage to get through the first part of the laning phase and get your first item, which is Kraken Slayer, I think Kai'Sa is actually decent. I do love Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa seems like a very fun ADC to like play, since she can just roam around and fucking dash around you with a good shield and just go invisible. I always enjoy that type of gameplay, but I'm not an ADC player. Here, my Nautilus actually get vision on the enemy team, which is only the Aurora. And I just pinged, hey, be careful, because the Renekton is actually coming. And instead, he actually re-engaged onto the Renekton. And I'm looking for the angle, making sure that my whole team is here before I ult, and so that I don't get extra damage taken from the Aurora or the Kai'Sa. I am forced to fall back, but I have done enough damage and peeled enough that we actually got 2 kills. Now I'm focusing more on the Elder Dragon rather than trying to get the fight, since our teammates are only coming and no one is really there to support the Nautilus, and I don't know what the fuck the Jhin is doing, just hiding in the straight bush. Now he's just getting assassinated by the Vi, and he did absolutely nothing. So Ahri gets a good charm in. I have to protect her. I flashed late because I thought the Kai'Sa was about to kill me, but I was actually really healthy. So nerves definitely hit me there. We clear the ward, and I'm looking to end the game. Ahri is actually trying to base to defend our inhibitors, which makes sense. Gwen and I can actually take turrets very, very quickly, so it's no complaints there. Instead, I'm looking to try to end the game since there's 4 people dead, and this is our chance. I still have my ultimate, and yeah, I would have tapped it. I tapped it the moment the game ended, but Gwen and I just obliterate the Nexus and managed to win this game by the skin of our teeth. I definitely had a horrible early game. I really have to work on fighting against Vi, but overall, we get a W even with like a horrible macro from our mid laner and our Jhin that barely did anything. Huge prop to this Nautilus. We could not have won without him. He definitely played amazing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you again in the next video. Bye bye.